Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole and it's sketchbook time. So I finished another sketchbook, and normally I would sit you down at the table and flip through that way. However, this is a shorter sketchbook. It was only 24 pages. This is the sketchbook I use for only my marker illustrations, and I had gotten this book. It is a Strathmore. It's specifically marker illustration, and I love the paper. I love the paper, but this is also not spiral bound, as you can see clearly, and so it's falling apart. And that's one thing I hate about the sketchbook. I like to keep my sketchbooks. I like to use them for inspiration, to come up with concept ideas. I keep them around. And I plan to keep them around forever, but this is not bound, and so the pages are already falling out. They're out of order now because they've fallen out, and I had to put them back, and it's just been a whole big thing. And for some people that wouldn't bother them, but for me this is an epic problem. And I'm trying to find like something I can put these pages in to keep them together, or I'll bind them myself at some point or something, because this does not stand for me. So this was the first piece I did. Not my best, but I wanted to do something quick, and I was also working on this concept for a painting series where it's a bunch of acrylic paintings of photo frames. They all feature in some way a photo frame. So in this one, the girl is tilting and trying to adjust the frame of artwork, and I love that concept. It still needs hashing out, and I need to do more sketching and idea plotting and that sort of thing for that series, but it's in the back of my head, and this was the first kind of idea of that. I was testing out this paper. I wanted to know whether or not I wanted to do it in markers or not, and see how that goes, but I've decided to do it in acrylic painting, and this is that photo. Since this was a photo I didn't really like at all, I used it for swatches to go forward in this book, and then we're gonna move on. Next piece is, I'm just gonna take this out here. This was actually the first piece I did in here. I love it. So this is a piece for a graduation that I sent off, made into a card after scanning it for my cousin. This was her photo shoot for her graduation, and I love the image so much, and I just wanted to send them a happy congratulations, you did it kind of message. So I wanted to test out blending, and I also was stylizing this book. This book has definitely have some style with marker illustrations. I find they're completely different from my actual paintings in that they're not as abstract, they're more realistic, and I have a lot of fun with them. So anyway, this is the first piece. The next piece is fun. It says a quote, try to give a flying F about your feelings, because she has attitude. And even here, there's a hint of color in her cheeks. There's a hint of color on her glasses. But if you go in close, she's not all the way colored in. And I really, really like that style, and I loved it going forward. And I also like, creating a little border, giving the piece a little more interest. And this piece right here, again, I'm focusing on a more minimalistic marker illustration. So there's gray shadowing on her, but otherwise she's completely into her background. She has a pale lip, some blush, and some face, but there's that. I really like the shades. I wish I had those shades in real life, but there's that. The next piece is this piece right here. Practicing blending. Just a nice girl in a dress. The next piece, and I think this is out of order. I did this later in the month, but here's that. Here is a piece that I did, again following this very minimalistic clothing set with the hair. Now this piece right here I love. I want to do a series of just cleavage, because I loved it and had so much fun doing this piece. And minimalistic, the clothes fading into the background, but just focusing on this here. I really, really like this piece and how it came out, and the blending that came out was very nice. I have this piece right here. See, falling apart. I don't appreciate it. I have this piece and a frame. This piece always makes me laugh because this is the first time I'm really drawing like an exposed butt. And you know, this was my little workout girl, but here we go. This was based off a family portrait idea that I have, and I want to make this into an actual painting. And so very minimalistic but very fun. I really like that. And I like the border and stuff. You know, I really like the style with the more minimalistic, you know, not overly done. Here is another piece, another choker cleavage type of post, playing with skin tones there. Now this, I really love fashion. I love it. I like to watch red carpets. I like to see what everyone is wearing, and so this piece was just a fun idea. So here's that. It's one of my favorite pieces throughout the whole book because of the outfit and because of the background, and I just really like it. She has on like a sheer sweater, and you can see the outline of her dress, and you can't see her face, but you kind of know what kind of person this character is. Was playing out with some different outlining, so purple this time. My Copics pen. I always wear overalls. They are my favorite thing to just lounge in, to work in, to walk around in, to go outside in. I love overalls, and so I decided to attempt to draw some. Here's another one. Now this, there is a quote. I was playing around with what a poem would look like with an illustration, and it looks kind of chaotic, but I really like the poem. So this is what I wrote. 2,000 promises, 5,000 promises, 600 words, all promises. I'll make a promise, 1,000,000 promises. For you, I'll promise 1,000,000, so many promises and so many words. So that's that. Another piece. Another fashion dress. And this here, I really like the bangs. Really like the bangs, and just the whole outlook. And another dress. And this one has a quote that I really like. It says, slow down, calm down, don't worry, don't hurry, trust the process. Sometimes you just got to trust the process. And this is a quote by Alexandra Stoddard or Stoddard. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I'm bad with last names, but I like the quote, and so I wrote it down here. And the final piece. So 24 pages all done for the sketchbook. I really detest that this isn't spiral bound. It really aggravates me, but I have these pieces. I really like a lot of them, and I'm really coming far with my marker illustrations. And so these are that. This is my sketchbook tour. This is my third one so far, and this one was just on my marker illustrations. I really had fun with this. This marker illustration book was one of my favorite sketchbooks thus far. I like that I kept it to a similar color palette. I like that I kept it with the similar markers. I use only Prismacolor markers in there, and I really like them. But this is the end of the sketchbook tour. If you'd like to see my other sketchbook tours, I have 2 other ones. You can click here for the playlist, and you can always subscribe for more daily updates and video artist diaries, that sort of thing. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Marnise. Bye.